out. Check it out. Just gotta check the live stream real quick. See if we're live. Doesn't say we're live yet. Rick and Morty, Season 4, Episode 7. Recap and review of the Vasset episode. It says you're waiting for me still, but I think I'm online. Yay! Your boy is here. And everyone else is here as well. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. If you can't, well, that's too bad. Sorry about that. So I was able to put a little picture. That's the episode. We're talking about Rick and Morty Season 4, Episode 7. This is the Rickview and recap, or the review and recap, whatever. So we just come here after the episode airs and we talk about the episode, and it's a ton of fun. That's what we're gonna have right now. The Vat of Acid episode, just to give you like some broad strokes, I thought it was really good. This was really funny. Such a funny episode. Also, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode. If you're looking for the episode, it is not here. But just such a funny episode. A really good one. Classic Rick and Morty. Delicioso. So the Vat of Acid episode, Rick and Morty are supposed to have a quick adventure and everything goes according to plan. Morty, I wrote this before the episode, so I was like, Rick and Morty are supposed to have a quick adventure and everything goes to plan. Morty even makes it to class and ends up going on a date with Jessica. Ha, psych. But a little bit was right about that statement. I thought it was going to be like, haha, they actually get they get sidetracked because of course they do. But the thing was that Rick, they do go on this adventure, and it pretty much does go according to plan, maybe a little longer than they thought. But the plan is that if the drop-off goes wrong, where they're trading crystals with these gangsters, if anything goes bad, jump into a vat of acid, because Rick has replaced that acid with fake acid and air supply and with extra bones and also spare bones in case they try anything. And also a gun in case anybody tries to use a ladle to see if it's real acid. Katana 123, hello, you're here today. You're here last week a little early. I wanted to do something while you came here, because since you've been here for the past 3, or this will be your 3rd one here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you that blue wrench, baby boy or girl. Katana 123 wanted to do that for you. I don't know why. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Maybe. I don't think you'll abuse it. Can you show the episode? Brian? No, I can't. Don't have the episode. Sorry about that. We will get copyrighted. If you do find the stream or anybody showing the episode, put it down in the comments. So if anybody wants to watch it, they definitely can. I watched it just on regular old Cartoon Network. But yeah, so we got a link the other week. What was Soap Today? I can put that in the comments. Maybe it's there. If it's not up right now, it will be up in a few hours. So you can look at that and then come back and we can talk about it. Soap. Now everything's capitalized. Forgot about that. Soaptoday.com. Well, what do you want me to do, Brian? Sorry, still need to watch the second half. Ooh. All right, watch it. I won't talk about the second half just yet. I still have some other stuff to get into. But that's really good. I don't have a ton of housekeeping from last episode. I just thought last episode wasn't super great. There was a couple of funny parts when they were talking about natural disasters, but there wasn't anything super crazy good from last episode. Like the facehugger stuff, wasn't a huge fan of. I don't know, not a big Aliens fan, I guess, in general, but I thought they got as much as they could out of that storyline. But in the mid-season premiere, I guess you can call it, the Story Train one, I thought that one was pretty good, pretty funny. I don't really there's some confusing parts, of course, in it, like when Rick just goes all crazy and then he talks about the virus also. Not just that, but I don't know, there's just some parts in it where I was just like, what are you talking about? But they're really funny. I really like the gags in it. Channel named Ashley Bagley, first half on there. All right, you hear that, Bram? There you go, right there, Ashley. She's got it for you. AR14237, you were here. You've been here too. We were talking about our theories. Last time. So if you have any more theories, let me know what you thought about the first half of the episode right now down in the comments. and the second half be back. Okay, cool. There you go. The Ashley Bagley has it, and it probably will get taken down. But just so you guys know, so probably go watch it now. Come back, talk about it with us. Really appreciate it. But if you have the first half, AR, let us know what you think about it in the comments. Hit me with it, bro. Very much appreciate you. So I felt like just in the wider range of the season, I thought that this was a very good episode, and I feel like the other two wouldn't have felt like bad episodes. I do like the Story Train one, despite what a lot of people think, and also it being a little controversial. Maybe it helped the channel a little bit, but I think that those would be just regular or other episodes, really. But the fact that we had such a big layoff, that's why people were like, oh no, this season's so terrible, blah, blah, blah. I want to burn Rick and Morty down at the stake. But I think it's just a big layoff that has everybody freaking out. I don't think it's that bad of a season. Maybe it's not the best out of all the other three, but the other three are really good. Who knows? So Rick has the auto park, and you can kind of see Morty's already on edge. He's not a fan of the fake acid idea. I think he just resents Rick a little bit for not using any of his ideas, and he feels like a vat of acid. Well, that's not that crazy inventor, super genius, Rick level idea. It's just, but I think it's just, you got to keep it simple, man. Don't think about it too much. They would talk a lot about their communication, like they did in the last episode, in the Pro Mortius episode. Same old stuff. Morty. I like Morty like this. Now he's taking Rick's shit. He's done with Rick's shit for the most part. They're trading crystals because, of course, they are. They're always trying to get Rick some science guga. And those are some sick crystals. And, of course, their crystals are fake. Of course. I mean, you got some stepped on stuff right there by these space gangsters or whatever they are. You get the extra arm gag again, like you got in the Story Train episode and one of the vignettes in the beginning. That was another thing why I think this is definitely my favorite from the part 2 of season 4. It's probably my favorite episode of season 4 so far, just because it felt like classic Rick and Morty, really good, really funny, and once you think you know where it's going, it kind of takes yet another turn, and it does that a couple times in the episode, I think. Yeah, so they did the extra arm gag again, which was good. And then the gangster's like, well, you're a dead man. And he's like, oh my gosh, I guess you're right. Oh no, I guess I am a dead man. Let me just go jump into the acid. And then, of course, it's the fake acid. And those gangsters don't even know how to process what happened. He's like, oh my gosh, he jumped in with his grandson. What's wrong with him? Oh man, it was so good, so classic. And those gangsters kind of hung around a little too long, which we see. I guess that's just what happens when you see somebody jump into a vat of acid. You just kind of like, whoa, what just happened, man? And you kind of need a second to process it. Of course, they release the bones, and even Morty gives the rat some air so the rat can chill out down below too. It's really good stuff. I don't know why they're so obsessed with the acid and why everybody wants to put a ladle down in the acid. For a second, I thought this was going to be a bottle episode. I thought those guys were going to stick around and we were going to have a whole backstory with those three. I was kind of feeling like Morty was feeling a little bit. I was like, it felt like I'm waiting for this season, or I'm waiting for Rick and Morty to kick off again, and it just felt, how come Soap Today doesn't have it yet? I don't know, man. It probably takes a little bit, Alexandre. Sorry about that. They usually just have it, so my bad. They probably will in a couple hours. Don't really have anything else for you. Adult Swim usually puts it up there online too. So you need to log into somebody's cable provider. I don't even know. What else was I going to say? But yeah, I thought it was going to be a bottle episode, so I was kind of feeling what Morty was feeling when he just jumps out and just goes and sprays all those gangsters. It's like, I'm just tired of this. Yeah, totally agree. Didn't want a bottle episode, wasn't feeling it, wanted a classic Rick and Morty adventure. Morty's tired of Rick's shit, doesn't like his stupid vat idea. I thought it was pretty clever. Maybe I just don't see why Rick can't just go in there and kill the guys, but maybe that's not always a thing. It's just a bigger headache because that guy's an important space gangster. And then Morty talks about his Futurama device, I think that's how they end the series, actually. Futurama. Spoilers for Futurama, but they end it where he has like a time restarter thing, like they use in this episode, and like a save point in a video game. He says, really good idea. I think it's a classic sci-fi trope, but you could definitely make that. It's like this Fairly Odd Parents episode where Timmy wishes for a time thing like that, and Rick just says he doesn't do time travel, doesn't like it, and then Morty says he can't do it, gets Rick super pissed that he angry welds, and it was so goddamn funny. And he's just like, "Are you making the thing?" It's like, "Yes, I'm making the thing." So it takes him about 3 hours to make that, and he calls Morty in saying that, "Oh, I can't do it." But of course, he was lying. Of course, it was a double cross. It's never as it seems, as we find out even further down into the episode, that nothing is as it seems in Rick and Morty, especially when you're dealing with Rick and you spite him for just 1 second. You undermine his genius. So he ends up using this opportunity to kill Morty, which we all saw coming. I'm 100% sure. Kills Morty, starts it over again. Everything is fine. He tells Morty to go have fun with it, and that's how I knew that something was afoot, but we'll get back to that later. So he calls it negging. Rick gets so annoyed by Morty saying he can't create a save point device that he starts angry welding, which is so goddamn funny. I already said that, but it's in my notes. That's my notes verbatim. Rick made it, of course, to kill Morty real quick. Just a little bit of murder in your Rick and Morty episode. So Morty, of course, he goes to class. So I was kind of right about the class prediction. He goes to class in this episode. Mr. Goldenfold went to a Renaissance fair, followed a gal, and it didn't work out, and now he just is a certified blacksmith, and he has a couple STDs, but who knew? Can't fault the man for following his heart. And so he pulls down Mr. Goldenfold's pants, of course. Classic school trope, high school trope, I guess, to imagine people with their pants down. Super funny. Good use of it. Very 14-year-old use of time device. And then he hits on Jessica, of course. Apparently, Rick and Morty saying that nice guys finished last. He's like, "Oh, hi, Jessica." She's like, "Yeah, whatever, Morty." And he's like, "Oh, what was your name again?" They've interacted so many times, but who knows which dimension it was, am I right? Who can keep up with? They keep on switching dimensions. Morty, they keep doing it. Almost had to do it again. This episode, I was about to be like, "Whew, can't even take a breath in these dimensions without hopping to the next one." And then he has a bunch of this big old montage of Morty having fun with this thing. I think it's really good. It's a really good montage. Of course, all the stuff he can try now. Gets run over by cars. He gets police suicide. A couple other things that he always had wanted to try. A bunch of ice cream. I feel like you could just ask for more samples. Get scared off the diving board. I went out with the New World Gamer one time on a big diving board, and he's like, "Just walk out just to see how it is." Well, I barely made it out there on like the middle one. I was like, "Nah, not about it." So I totally understand why Morty's like, "Nope." So I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that for heights, because I am terrified of heights. And the longest vignette of the montage would be Morty finding a girlfriend at a coffee shop, opens the door like a gentleman, and then goes in. And then this one made me think of this movie About Time. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. I really like it. It's about a guy who can go back in time and just, I don't know, it's just a family gift or whatever. But of course he can only use it at certain times. And just how love is still hard with all that. As this is not a sponsor. About Time is not a sponsor for this. But that's what it made me feel like. Hits it off or whatever, and meets the parents, invites her over, have a falling out, makes it up to her by getting them plane tickets to the Northern Lights. Oh, what happened? Plane crashes. The plane crashes, and he loses his backpack. He was going to do it while they're, crashing down to earth, which you understand because he wants his girlfriend to live too. Coffee Girl, that's what we're going to call her. I'm not talking about Zoya either. That's a very niche joke. No one's going to get it. So they get stranded or whatever. Morty tries to call 911 with his frostbitten hands, because I was surprised he didn't use the thing. I guess it was all frozen anyways. So he tries to call 911 with his low battery, whatever. I guess he had an iPhone that had a long battery life apparently. So that's a lie. But then they got found out anyways. They got found. Yay! Morty can come home and he's still with his girlfriend. They made it. They survived. And and then of course, like in Jerry fashion, he presses the button, not even asking what it was or what it is. Of course, because he's a terrible person. Presses the button, everything goes back. Best end credit season of all, if not top 5. Dude, that is really good end credit. It ties into a little bit of stuff. Everything we saw in the last bit, it tied right back into. I'm sorry, I'm burping like Rick now. What's wrong with me? I didn't even drink anything. Just had some water. So Jerry versus everything. I even saw one part. Dude, I know. Fuck Jerry. Fuck him in his stupid butthole. I don't think I should say that, but I said it. You know what, AR, since you're in here commenting, boom, I'm about to give you the power. You just wait 1 second. Boom, you just got the power too, because you were here the last 3 streams also. So AR 14237, you just got the power. You are now a moderator for this, because I mean, whenever we get super famous and stuff, people are going to be just piling in to these live streams. So I just wanted you to have that before, we blow up and I act like I don't know nobody. Morty is a saved scum. And he can't be, dude, he was a saved fiend over there. And then you get the most depressing montage where he tries and goes, and obviously he blows it because he's thinking about it too much and he's just freaking around with all of his knowledge. And then he can't redo it because he presses the button while he's getting pepper sprayed. Then he goes and jumps into the gorilla enclosure at the zoo. R.I.P. Harambe. Did anyone get Harambe vibes from that montage? So a very depressing montage, but I thought that part was so good, probably my favorite part of the episode, even though there was more parts that made me like belly laugh, and I think that's why this episode might be S tier. Am I speaking out of turn? Perhaps it might just be A, but I don't think, like, even after a rewatch or thinking about other things, I don't see myself giving this episode less than an A. Because I thought it was Rick and Morty supposed to be funny sci-fi stuff, with a little dark undertones, maybe not too undertone after all. And then so he comes back and he gets hit on, and the reveal is sadistically hilarious. This is actually the first time in my 10 years of this account to really take part in commenting at all. Hey AR, I really appreciate it. Don't think this goes unnoticed. I'm glad you're here. Really, it means a lot. Michael Amos, the reveal is sadistically hilarious. Dude, it is so good. Thank you, Michael, for saying that. I really liked it too. Michael, what's your favorite part of the episode? Or where do you think this one ranks in the season? Because I'm kind of mulling that over in my head. What was I talking about? Okay, so then we get the reveal, because Morty learns, like in About Time, that maybe you don't need to do this every day. I think last time I'm going to mention About Time, at the end, he realized that he goes every day with the worry, about, what's going to happen, and then he lives every day twice, and he goes back and uses none of the worry, experiences life like he knows nothing bad is going to happen, and then he stops doing it and just starts living his life regularly like that, because of course you would. That's a great message. So Morty's like, after using this for so long, don't need it anymore. And he goes back to Rick, like, all right, let's destroy it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's just like, too bad. Or he's like, there was consequences, Morty. He's like, what do you mean? You need consequences to learn your lessons and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, there was consequences, Morty. I told you, I don't do time travel. He did parallel universes, y'all. So there was always a darker tone. There's always a catch with Rick. So it wasn't About Time. It's The Prestige. I have seen that movie. I'm not going to spoil anything. It kind of spoiled The Prestige for you, but maybe in a way you don't know if you haven't seen any bit of it. Prestige, also a very good movie. But look at how one would play an RPG like Skyrim or D&D, although they can't save scum in D&D. Save scum, is that? I've never heard that before. Like before, when you mentioned it, I didn't know exactly what it is. Save scum. I guess it's what you do, man. So is save scum, would you consider that like in Pokemon, when you're about to face a gym leader, you save it, and then in the middle of the battle, you're like, none of that, wasn't ready yet. Gonna start that over. Or something like, and then go buy more revives or something like that. Is that considered save scumming? Because if it is, never heard of it, never done it in my life. So yeah, it's the Prestige. There's always a catch with Rick makes you something, and then he's like, how do I undo it? How do I save those Mortys and all the dimensions and whatnot? And then he's like, oh, you got to make all those things happen, so there has to be consequences. And then so yes, everything happens in this universe. He got everybody mad at him. I even saw a sign that said, so when all the consequences come for everything he'd done, obviously the police are looking for him because he definitely did illegal stuff. But there was one sign that said, that's our word. So I guess Morty has said some things that maybe he should not have said. Scum save or not. I'm gonna say that from now on. The save scum. I'm gonna say that. That's my word. And if it's not my phrase, that's what I said is how I'm gonna use it. Everything happened. Rick merged the realities. And one thing I saw while the crowd was amassing is Coffee Girl came back. And of course, all of this was to prove to Morty that that the vat of acid was a good idea. His only escape to get away from all these consequences was to jump into the vat of acid and escape, release fake bones and escape. And as soon as he jumped into the vat of acid, kissed the that vat of acid, Morty, as soon as he did that, Coffee Girl left. Saving right before something in Skyrim, saving over and over again out of certain death, or to pickpocket successfully. Yeah, that seems about right. Save scum. Got it. Taking that, putting it in my pocket. That's mine now. I'm going to use that. Save scum. Scum save. Best to worst for this season so far. All right, let's hear it. Oh, you said it. 6. So that was a good one. 6, 8, 5, 2, 1, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so the last episode, the Pro Mortius one, we're not a fan of. So I think we agree. I did like the premiere for this half of the season. Do Not Mess with Rick. I agree, AR. I think this one's my favorite. I'd probably just flip flop 8 and 6 would be, for me it'd be 8, 6, 5. I'd put 1 ahead of 2. 3, 4, 7. Yeah, I think that one was the last one. And episode 4 with the sex dragons would be the last one too. So whenever Rick and Morty get a little too much sexual innuendos, maybe that's when I bail out. Which makes me sound like a prude, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just really weird whenever they do it. Coffee Girl came back as soon as Morty jumped back into the vat of acid, which broke my heart a little bit. It all gets back to the vat of acid. And of course, Rick prepares for the only eventuality when faced with fake acid is, of course, some police officer is going to try to use a ladle to check if it's actual acid. And he doesn't want Rick's. He brought his own ladle, of course, because this happens all the time. Well, of course it does. So he tries he tries the ladle. And Morty, of course, has a gun. It feels pushed for comedy. Like, you think like when they do like sexual stuff, like that's when it like becomes a little like push for comedy. Rick is just so insecure. 100%. That's why he got so mad. That's why he cooked up this whole scheme. He probably had the device done within like 30 minutes, and the rest was just scheming all this stuff up. So, yes, so bad. And then he shoots the police officer with the gun he was supposed to shoot the ladle with, and splashes some acid on him. Partner thinks that the acid is what hurt the cop, and then so the fake acid splashed on him. He thinks he's acid proof, which is hilarious. So it turns out that all these realities that came together was a completely different reality. So now they're hopping back into the one that they currently live in. So many realities. What is happening? This Rick and Morty for you. The ladle was genius, dude. It was so funny. Really, really enjoyed that. I agree. Maybe it's low-hanging fruit, especially for Rick and Morty. It just seems like it's low-hanging fruit. 9 people in the chat. Leave a like if you want, or don't. Do whatever you want. Leave a like though. I would very much appreciate it. So that way more people like you can find this lovely episode. Oh, I said it. Oh, I'm talking about the people in the chat. Sorry. So Coffee Girl, that's what I'm gonna call her. Said that already. I think she's still out there. You know, she's gonna be the next girl that Morty. You can find her. She's out there. I like Coffee Girl better than Jessica. If you know, once I think about it. Yeah, that's about my rankings right there, Michael. I would have to say that's about the same taste right there. Me and Mike. Appreciate you. And apparently that reality had peanut butter instead of marshmallows. Let's get this let's talk about this. Let's debate this. Rocky Road, the best part is the marshmallows, and you can't prove me wrong, but go ahead and try. But if you also add peanut butter instead of replacing it, then I'm back in. Tell me all about it, baby. Johnny Carson is still alive and on the air. Seems like a long time. But hey, who am I to tell alternate dimension Johnny Carson when to hang it up, you know? And so the end credit, which I think AR brought up, somebody brought up, or was it Michael? Michael brought it up. We got Johnny Carson, and he always had people come up and perform. I always remember Animals, not actually on Johnny Carson because I obviously I didn't watch it. Wasn't old enough for that. He tries, and of course he is not impervious to acid. You think, you fool, you wouldn't have tried it one time before you went on Johnny Carson. Morty just does not see the genius of the vat of acid. If you have patience to wait and are ready for anything. I agree. The vat of acid. I was with Morty though. I was like, really, just a vat of acid, bro? That's what you're gonna cook up? I feel like these guys, you can just kill them real easy, like no guilt, like Rick was saying. But it's easy for me to say, you know, they're cartoons to me. But the hardest, I think I might have gotten the hardest laugh of the season whenever I saw the reveal of the new vat of acid for Morty to escape in. That was probably the hardest laugh of season 4 for me. That's why I think this one should be S tier, because I thought they put a lot of thought into this one. I thought it was so much fun. I really do not like marshmallows. Love chocolate and peanut butter. There you go. Hey, to each their own, man. I just love I like marshmallows in a Rocky Road more than I like marshmallows on their own. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a marshmallow. Yes, but if they would have just stuck around, the plan would have worked out perfectly. Maybe, but why were they taking so long? I agree. Maybe if they would have stayed, we would have got the bottle episode with the vat of acid. And in a cartoon, I don't really see the necessity to have a bottle episode, because the reason people have bottle episodes in TV shows, it's usually to save money, maybe to do something a little creative also, but also to save money. But I guess you wouldn't have to animate as much if it's just a bottle episode. But not a fan of bottle episodes. That's just me. Tickets Please guy has a good laugh for me. Oh yeah, that one, I think I did have a good laugh, but not as hard as the vat of acid one probably. He did have a good one. God damn, Tickets Please guy's ripped. Yeah, that's a good one too. I want to say A or S tier, possibly best of the season. So that's my rankings. What do you guys think? If you had like S tier, which is like God tier, blah blah blah, A, B, C, D, F. What do you guys think of this episode? We already talked about how it compares to the other episodes, and what do you think about the season so far? I think the season's okay. Maybe not as good as season 3. I think it goes I think season 1 was good. I think season 2 is probably my favorite one, so it would be like 2, 1, 3, 4 so far for the seasons. Almost, although honestly, I thought there's going to be some kind of escape tunnel on the other side of the vat of acid. I would have to say that also, dude. I did think that. Agreed. You already know. All right, so there we go. We got S tiers in the chat. Very good. Grades for this episode. Solid Rick and Morty episode. It was really good. I had a good time, had fun with it. I think that's all we could ask for Rick and Morty. It seems like we're back, baby. And, you know, the sad thing is there's only, 3 episodes left now? Did I say episode 7 on there? Was this episode 8? I am a fool. I'm a foolish fool, and I shouldn't have done that. Which episode is what? I'm going to go back and check. What episode is this? Is this episode? This is episode 8. Why does it say episode 7 on here? Maybe that's why we haven't got as many people in this chat. I'm a foolish fool. It's fine, it's fine. I think I even put that in the thumbnail too. Might have to change that. Anyways, it'll all work out. Nope, I did put episode 7 then. I believe this season has been hung up too much by addressing the fan base in one way or another because of the actions a good chunk of the fan base has taken. Yeah, I think they do want to throw some stuff in their face about people being kind of shitty, like the people who are freaking out about Szechuan sauce. Maybe this is like our penance. Maybe not ours. I mean, I wasn't out there. You weren't out there. But, you know, for those people... Or even like that one Reddit post where the guy's like, you're not smart enough to watch Rick and Morty. Only someone with a degree in whatever the heck is good enough to understand Rick and Morty. I don't remember how it actually goes, but some like it. Okay, boom. There we go. Episode 8, please. Jeez. Mobsters horrified and wanting a bone expert making Morty give up impatiently killed me. Yes, dude, that was really funny. Well, not good chunk, small chunk. Yeah, I think you're right. Small chunk of the fan base. That's just always how it is. A small group of people just ruin it for everybody. That's just how life is. That's just how life goes, man. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. But yeah, the mobsters were really fun. Like I said, there's good hearty laughs. Classic Rick and Morty episode. Really enjoyed it. So I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. See, this is better. This would be way better if I had somebody else, like, right here. But I'm so glad that you guys were here. I'm so glad I could hand out those blue wrenches. Feels good, because it feels good to see the blue wrenches in the chat. I really don't have any moderators. So... for these ones, if you guys keep coming back, you will get a blue wrench, and we can be friends. I don't even see where the hell that even started in the first place. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I think just, once you become mainstream, like once you get a good fan base, first you get the cult fan base, and then it just keeps expanding and expanding. And there's just so many Rick and Morty fans. It's probably the biggest IP that Cartoon Network has or Adult Swim has right now, maybe ever. Of course, you're going to get some rotten eggs in that bunch. But then again, one thing I never saw brought up, although it turned out to be an animation error on coloring, was in the simulation episode with Rick and Jerry in the simulation. Brought up, although it turned out to be an animation error. Oh, no, I haven't heard of any theory around that. So looks like it hasn't gotten to me either. See, as soon as I changed just a little bit of as soon as I changed the title, then we started to get more people in here. Isn't that crazy? When Rick is telling Morty on the ship how to create concentrated dark matter. Is that me? I hate cartoons. You hate cartoons? Jay Salento? I love that guy. Oh, dude, you guys, your little thing is really cool, too. You're a cool guy, man. Dude, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna change the thumbnail, and you guys let me know if it worked or not. Save it all. See, oh my gosh, I wrote it wrong everywhere, dude. So, is that true? So, how many episodes left? We got 2 episodes left of the season? That's bogus. You hate cartoons. How'd you even get here if you hate cartoons, bro? Now you're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy. Sorry, now I'm being crazy. Guys, keep on putting stuff in the chat. I'm changing the thumbnail real quick. Boom, it's been changed. Let's see if it changes on here. What does it say? He said 2 parts one color and 1 part the other, but when the aliens recreated it, it had a mixed up, but on the reviewing on the TV, they had fixed the air. Sorry, I thought I had more of a word cap. Subscribed, my man. Thank you. We appreciate you, Michael. I wish I had a bell to go off. All right, here we go. Michael Amos has subscribed. Very much appreciate you. I love that. And guess what? We have 10 people in the chat. That was all you, Michael. You did it. I appreciate you. I hope to see you back next week. And like I said, so we got 11 people in the chat. You guys are just coming in. Hit us with what you thought of the episode. Dude, as soon as I changed the thumbnail to episode 8, we started getting people flowing in here. Isn't that crazy, guys? So I think we've done a really good job of getting people back in here. Good job, everybody. And S tier stuff. So fireworks, boom, boom. That firework. Lightning bolt. Sorry. So you just can't help being a nerd sometimes, you know. That's just how it goes. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to talk about with this episode? Coffee Girl, will she return? Will Coffee Girl ever return? I don't think so, but what if? Oh, my thought of tinfoil hat theory here. Evil Morty, if he ever does show up again, if we ever see him after that Story Train episode, is that like he'll have Rick and Morty like pinned down or whatever, you know, they're at Ames. Then he uses Beth. I think we talked about this last time. And then he has Beth as a hostage, but it's the real Beth because they're living with the clone Beth. But also, what if he has this coffee girl from this episode? And Morty remembers everything. That was his girl, man. Great episode. Don't mess with Rick Sanchez. Uniboy 13, you are correct. And that bothered me for so long. Oh, I didn't really think about that. I didn't think about the concentrated dark matter recipe. AR. Uniboy 13, I really like that. Don't mess with Rick Sanchez. What was your favorite part of the episode? Let's hear it. I'm guessing maybe the vat of acid, the second vat of acid reveal. I think that's really good. Jalen, subscribed. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by. We do this every time new Rick and Morty comes out. We've done this a whole season 4, and it's really been a ton of fun. We've got our friends AR, we got our friends Michael in there, Uniboy, new friend. I was just about to bring him up, just about to bring Evil Morty up. Let's hear it. What's your Evil Morty theory? Everybody's got one. Evil Morty theories are like a butthole. Everyone's got one. Evil Morty theories are like Snoke theories. Everyone's got one. It's not so much as everyone has a butthole too, but it's not really. Sorry, what we're here for. And let's all talk about how Jerry just ruins just everything, dude. All right, here we go. Now I'm changing all this stuff, and this will be good. Dude, I have an air horn on here, but I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. And also, people are sleeping. Yeah, I'm not going to put the air horn on. I want to so bad. It's like in too many of our videos, by the way. Like once I found the hip-hop air horn, I used it too much entirely. I need to find a new thing. Rick just can't take a roast. But the vat of acid idea. We all didn't see it. Probably just the whole reveal of how the video game device works. Pure genius and comedy gold. Yes, we are in agreement here, Uniboy. That's pretty much what we've been saying this whole time. Just praising how sadistically brilliant Rick's reveal was to Morty. It was a great time. We got 16 people in the chat. It's pretty good. I don't know if I think it's better than last week's too. So I really appreciate you guys coming in. You guys leaving subscribing on the channel. It really does help us. As you can see, you're literally helping us get more people into the chat as we speak. And I very much appreciate it. How do you guys like the picture right here? I just kind of threw that in. There's other stuff that you can edit with, which I thought were really cool, but I'm not sure exactly how they work. Like there's one, look, I'll see, since we're all here, I can go and put on, it's just like a spin wheel, and I don't know what that means. So let's try it. Let's figure this out together. Spin wheel. A sponsor banner. Ain't no one got no sponsor, bro. Ah. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And nothing came out. Yes, Morty, feel it, soak it in. Oh, dude, yes, dude. Morty's always messing up, bro, and he has to be held accountable for his actions. And he was finally kissed the bat. Yes, dude. Now we got the chat rolling, baby boy. That's it right there. Oh, I just messed up in my thing. Ah, yes, now we've got it going. We got it rolling, baby boy. So if you guys do have a link for the episode, please put it in the chat so I can give it to more people. People who have really been appreciative of when we do have a link, because obviously we can't show it. A lot of people come in looking for the episode, which is obviously by design. Sorry. The jig's up for me. But yeah, so if you guys do have the link for the episode, put it in the chat. We very much appreciate it. If you guys have anything else to say, please say it down in the comments. And we will see you guys next Sunday for Rick and Morty Season 4, Episode 9. We're almost out of the season. How's everybody feel about that? Like, we just got back, it feels like. And now we're already going to have to miss Rick and Morty again. How long do you think the layoff will be? I think the layoff will be till next summer. I feel like, because they've already, whoops, my bad, I hit the chair. I hit the very illustrious tripod stand, definitely not a bar stool. Alright, we gonna chill for a minute until we see it. Ooh, I appreciate that. Julio, Gordillo, I very much appreciate you guys just chilling before you watch it. Jerry, just pressing buttons. Yeah, dude, Jerry always ruin it. Dang, just missed it. Just missed the episode, bro? That's too bad. Oh, dang, now we got 26 people in the chat. What is going on? So, what do you guys think? How long do you think the layover will be in between Season 4 and Season 5? What is the best episode of this season so far? I think the best episode of the season so far has been this one. I really enjoyed this episode. It's either this one, I did like Battlestar Rick Galactica or whatever, the Terminator with snakes one. I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed the season premiere. I enjoyed Soy Train, and I enjoyed this one. And I think that this one, is I think this was my favorite one. It's a bar stool. No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. It's obviously a very good tripod. Okay, Michael. Jalen 8. Yes. Yeah. Good at putting names, because I was like, we'll be like, which question? Emilio Hidalgo, feels like this went by too fast, man. Dude, I know. I feel the exact same way. I feel like that every time, though. So I think that they need to not split these up anymore. And if they do split them up, you need to make longer seasons, baby boy. I think next summer, maybe. I think so, too. I think next summer will probably be a good one. Because I feel like it's going to be... I don't know, because with this one, with Rick and Morty, you never really know. It definitely doesn't have a strict schedule, so I don't think it's going to be like this November. Like, it's not always like a year apart, so I think that maybe like the summer they could get it, or maybe they'll just wait till the year after that. It kind of sucks, because this is a really good show, but hey, we'll wait for something that's good. Some believe Evil Morty is Rick's original Morty, and something to do with the Rick's flask and the Mega Seed constrate. Sorry, can't read. And Morty got it and realized what Rick is and how to stop him. But does he necessarily need to be stopped? Is that what we're talking about here? Emilio Hidalgo also subscribed. We appreciate you. I need to get that app again. I need to get the air horn. I appreciate you, Emilio. Thank you so much for coming. I want to give an Evil Morty theory, but the pessimist inside me is like, no, we're not going to really do that ever again. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll do Rick and Morty, or we'll do Evil Morty stuff, but I think whatever they have planned, they're probably just going to, I don't know. I feel like they're going to throw us a curveball, and I'm just here for the ride, baby boy. But I do love to talk these Evil Morty theories with my friends. So thank you guys so much for coming. Michael Amos, it is. Oh, God, there was much more chat than I thought. Probably 6 months. I think it's 10 episodes. Yes, it is. I like Heist Tron got puppy, but hold back. Dude, Julio Gordillo. Oh, thumbs up. Eyeball. Okay, fire, thumbs up. Ashley Bagley. Yes, that channel has it in 2 parts. So definitely check that out. Hello, guys. Shout out host. Good day, host. Hey, Pikachu in China. How the heck are you? Very glad that you could make it. We don't get a ton of just people that are already subscribed to us coming through. So I appreciate you coming in on the stream. And if you guys give us your other favorite shows, maybe we do this for another show. I don't really do this religiously for any shows besides Rick and Morty because it's just so dang fun. But if you guys have other ones that maybe would be cool to come on and talk about, we could definitely do those too. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We very much appreciate it. I always say us New World Nerds. It's not just me usually, but it is right now. So we'll have a video maybe come out Tuesday, probably not. I don't know, but for sure we will live stream a video game sometime this week. I don't know what we're playing. Probably Rocket League, probably Call of Duty. Who knows? Maybe Apex. Either way, we're probably not going to be very good. But I thank you guys so much for joining me. I very much appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, new friend here passing by. Thank you so much, Pikachu in China. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to give those blue wrenches out to you guys. Come back next week. Michael, if you come back next week, you're probably going to get one. Do you think this is the weakest season? I kind of do think it's the weakest season, but not out of anything that this season did. I think the other season were just really good. Like, I can't think of like a more classic kind of episode. Like, I thought this may be the Vat of Acid episode, but I think the other seasons have really like good episodes. Like season 1 has like Me Seeks and Destroy, Anatomy Park, and Lawnmower Dog, which I think are both really good episodes. And I think season 2 has like Total Recall and what's my favorite? Morty Night Run's my favorite one because Blitz and Chips. And season 3, you have like Tales of the Citadel, like one of the best episodes of the season. Or one of the best episodes of the series, and that one you got Pickle Rick. Like that one was just season 3 had a couple of bangers in there, so I really like that one. So I think it is the weakest season, just because like besides this one, what other ones have really taken any of the like can really be compared to those? So like weakest season, but not the best. But better than most shows, in my opinion. Well, in all honesty, when it comes to theories, the creators actively try to stay away from them. I personally am a big theorist. Are there a couple of them that I like some of them I think are stupid. Yeah, I think that just goes with everything. Like, because you literally, and with the internet, you literally have the plethora of like everything that people think of. Check out Solar Opposites. Dude, I did. I watched the first 2 episodes of Solar Opposites. Maybe we should do a Solar Opposites one. That would be really cool. The thing is, they just dropped the whole season on there, I think. I don't know if they come out weekly. Maybe we should do a Solar Opposites one. Like a Solar Opposites season 1 live stream. I think we should do that. We'll do that the Sunday after Rick and Morty is over. Let's do that. Let's agree to do that. So we got 2 more Rick and Mortys left. I don't know if they're taking off for Memorial Day or not. They probably, I don't know, they might. But I think we should do that. Solar Opposites Season 1, we should do a live stream like this and talk about that. Watch the rest of it. Okay, I will. Got to ask your name of your channel. Have anything to do with One Piece? Okay. So I'm not a huge anime guy. I hope I don't lose you after saying that. I just haven't gotten into it. Like, I haven't had someone sit me down and be like, oh, you got to watch this anime. The only time that happened was with One Punch Man, and I really liked it. That was really good. I just, I don't know. That's just not something I've dove into. I feel like I'm a nerd of a lot of things, and just anime never really crossed my path. Like, I've watched Dragon Ball Z. I think it's really good, but it's not. I haven't just sat down and watched every single episode of any anime. But it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender, which to me is like one of the best shows of all time. But it's an American anime. That is one that like I would like to do. Like, if that was something that people wanted, like, I would watch One Piece with my buddy, and we'll talk about it. I subscribed Midnight Gospel. I heard it is good, but it's Netflix exclusive. No, I haven't heard that one. So if that's another one I need to check out, then let's check that one out. I mean, we got time. We're all in quarantine and whatnot. The subplot about the wall is the best. YTP1 Grinder, was it a good episode? Yes, very good episode. I think best episode of season 4, possibly S tier, because it was really funny. So if you got a channel, P1 Grinder, if you what do you do on your channel, P1 Grinder? Hit me up in the comments so I can look you up later. Julio Midnight Gospel is nuts. Honestly, Solar Opposites is a really long anthology that just feels it to be feels it's on like interdimensional cable. That's like the highest praise you could give a show like that. So Midnight Gospel, apparently another thing I gotta get into. One Piece I gotta get into, and isn't One Piece like one of the longest animes? So you guys gave me a lot of homework today. I hope you guys know that. So yes, we're getting out of here. I gotta go. It's already been 50 minutes. I do like it when these go longer. Like, honestly, I appreciate you guys with my whole heart. Thank you guys so much for coming. Like I said, more Blue Wrenches to be given out next week. So make sure to come back next week when we talk about episode 9. And then for the finale, and then that's it. Then we'll do Solar Opposites. Maybe we'll get into other TV shows. Let's do something crazy. Let's get weird. So another one that I'd like to do is maybe The Mandalorian whenever season 2 comes out. That'd be one, like, after it goes live. I'd like to talk about that one. All of it is on the WatchCartoonOnline.tv. Ooh, AR giving us the links, bro. Very much appreciate that. So leave a like down below, comment, do all that cool stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope to see you guys next Sunday. Keep it on out there, true believers. I'll see you next week.